y'all. Welcome to another edition of Broad Street Blitz Take Leader Edition with your boy Kukat Connor, and the leader of the show, Leader Johnson. What up, Leader?
What's going on, y'all? What's up, my bird gang? It's your boy, Leader Johnson.
So while we wait for him, Mike, don't do that. Don't do that, Mike. You come up here, Mike. You come up here every single time. Whenever I do a live stream, whether it's Cool Cat Mitch, Birds of Broad Street, y'all stealing boys, Blitz, whatever show it is always that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I know. I know you do. What up, William? There he is. Okay. Leader.
My bad.
Whoops. That's... Come on, network. I said whoops.
Back in the fold, y'all. Back in the fold, my
There,
camera. Leader Johnson.
there it
We are
is.
here, bird gang, about those Eagles. The loudest guys on Broad Street. That's what we do, man.
Yep. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. What are we starting off with today, Leader? The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-21. Let's go ahead. Let's get your reaction to it, and let's talk other topics.
Well, good game. It was a game I wanted to see. Not necessarily an all around good game for the Eagles, but once again they came through. Offense started out hot. We wanted to see that. We wanted to see the offense do its thing. But it seemed like the offense, everything froze except for the defense. Once again, in the second half, this defense is not getting the credit it deserves. Second half, it shuts people down. Quiyama, you played good. Keely Ringo, that name that will come up again in this broadcast. Keely Ringo, Cooper DeJean is this. Wow. We're gonna talk about the year.
We'll be talking about a lot of stuff. Trust me and believe. While we wait for Leader again, there you go. There you go, William. We're just waiting for Leader to pop back up. So wait.
It's the Rams fans, man.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. Everything all right, Leader? Because you popping in and out. Everything all right?
yeah, oh, I saw that, yeah. But no, you got Keely Ringo, no, Jahai Campbell did this thing. Zach Bond once again proved that man is listen. It was just a game where the Eagles just had to come out through and win. Right afterwards, Jalen Hurts got the criticism. Patullo, for sure. AJ Brown, we talk about that. Just a good to me, it was a win. We 4-0, and we roll with that. We roll with that, and that's the big thing you roll with. I think too many people are making too much. We're 4-0. And comparing it to the 2023 team, which Chase Daniel did, that's crazy. Totally different team. Team won the Super Bowl. Totally different players. Team had Saquon Barkley. His team had Jalen Carter better. It's just crazy. This team's 4-0 on one team in the league.
Yep. So let's go ahead and let's start with AJ Brown before we. I know you saw the apologies. So, what's your thoughts on what AJ Brown had to say? What's your thoughts on his apology?
I mean, what he had to say, listen, it's AJ Brown. For one, I'm all about family. AJ is family. So he's not an eagle. It is what it is.
By the way, how y'all think about my haircut? While you waiting for him, what y'all think? Don't your boy look good? Got a little fuzzy down here. Let me know what y'all think. So, I love AJ Brown's apology, man. I really did. I love AJ Brown's apology. Right. I think it's sincere. He means well. My thing with AJ Brown, like I said, and when leader come, I'll re-say it again. Don't post it on social media. Hold on, here it comes.
My bad, my bad.
Yeah, you're
Again,
back. You're back.
yep.
Like I said, you keep popping in and out for some reason.
My bad. I don't know what's going on. I'm on this phone. Listen, Bird Gang fans, my bad on this phone. But I'm saying talking about AJ Brown, I just think
Yep.
he did what he did. I mean, and then he apologized. You know why he did that? Because he just wanted to come back for the media and say this. In the house, in the Eagles locker room, this is already solved. This is already solved. We're making a big deal like we do everything. When Jalen Carter got into it with Nick Sirianni, when AJ Brown said what he said, Eagles handle this in the locker room. They do this like they're supposed to do. After Jalen Carter spit, what do you do? Apologize. It's culture. It's different. So I'm not really worried. I'm not worried about it all about it. Not at all. I think he did that for us. We're media, we're people. He did that for, and we already riding with him. True fans, all that. But he did that for the media, man.
Yeah, the only issue I have with it is he posted on social media, and people like Colin and Nick Wright and Acho and them is going to talk about it, and they're going to turn around and they're going to flip it on Jalen freaking Hurts. So that's my only issue with it, because the media is going to turn what he said on social media, flip it, and turn it on Jalen Hurts, which you have no business doing. So that's my issue with it. I'll tell the leader that when he comes back. So how y'all feel about the AJ Brown situation? Is it over? Will it return? What's y'all thoughts? What's y'all thoughts? You cool with the apology? How y'all feel about it? Right. Right. I'm just waiting for leader. So if you want to know why I have a sitting fee, I'm waiting for leader. Let me get my cell phone. Exactly. Simple as that. All right.
I had to switch up, man. Switch up. Let me see. Hold up.
All right.
Trying to get the see how we do. Get back. All right, let me see. Boom.
Yeah. I agree with you, Mike. It's just sometimes I wish you Eagle fans like me, like Simone, like One Tree Rock and Smitty and Mitch and us was on these shows. At least we tell you how it is. You know? At least we tell you how it is. All right. One of these things is not like the. All right.
Yeah,
You good now, leader?
Yup, my bad, man. Camera messing up, y'all. Really listen. Listen to this. I really feel like that looking at the AJ Brown situation, that's a situation that what are we even looking at it for? I mean, we were for them. And I feel cool cat on that. Don't put it on social media because this is the generation. They're gonna
Yeah,
think
because here's what I was trying to say, leader. Because if you post it on social media, people like Colin and Emmanuel Acho and Nate Wright and Stephen A, they'll post it on their shows and they'll blame it on one man, Jalen freaking Hurts.
right. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a leader, so he's got to be ready for all the stuff. Jalen Hurts can't do nothing right. We need to know that by now. He has the LeBron James. He can't do nothing right. He's gonna stand a leader in that. But AJ gonna be AJ. That's his boy. That's what it is. But the thing is this. But I definitely agree with you on that. I mean, he could have kept, but we know who AJ is by now. We know who AJ. If he don't say it on social media, he's gonna put it on interview. Like yep. and then like you said, he knows himself. So that's why he came out and apologized. Like he knows with certain people, it's people like how you thinking right now, like straight up. You like so he did that for people like you to be like, okay, I know what I did. I know what I did. So I'm gonna come out and apologize to y'all, and I'm gonna come and so the media won't run with it for people like us. We're fans, and people going. So I think Philly is still number one for what we should be talking about mainly. That's just all tabloids. They want to put they the number one team. Everybody has a statute of limitations for them. That's high, super high. So right now we should be talking about going into Denver, playing in Denver, and making it happen. And you also need to be talking about. I want to talk about my best players for the on offense. Players? Offense, I'm gonna give Jalen Hurts. You say what you want. Jalen Hurts had a 101 quarterback rating. Had a 101 quarterback rating. 2 touchdowns. I mean, listen. So say what you want. 18-0. Last 18 games. So, and then you're looking at on offense, if I got to say on offense on that point, it's real hard, but you got to give the line some credit for pass blocking, giving them this thing. Looking at offense, the biggest thing I had to say had to be that the offensive line, Jalen Hurts. Everybody kept their cool, man. Everybody kept their cool. Everybody did their thing. AJ was definitely a guy I looked at, targeted, because I could say some things. AJ, I got love, but just 9 targets was thrown at him. 9 targets. You look at those passes, everybody want to make all these excuses. Look where they were thrown. If AJ, to me, is the best receiver in football. One-on-one, you can't mess with him. Look at those targets. Was he not one-on-one? So AJ can go back and figure out, you know what? I could have caught those. That's something he should do also. Because this is all a family thing. Everybody could have did things better. Everybody could have did things better. Everybody could have. It's even AJ Brown. You know what I mean? So I think on defense, man, Zach Bond, Kelly Ringo, and Jahai Campbell, man. We could go to the secondary. Look at the touchdowns. Bucky Irvin caught a touchdown on Jahai Campbell. We saw that one. The other one was Ikabuka, who's a good receiver, tall guy, fast. He caught it. It was Makuba. Makuba was number 24. Makuba ran the route wrong and guarded him wrong. Quinyon Mitchell came from all the way over the other field and tried to this guy, Quinyon Mitchell, man, all the way over the field and tried to get him. He almost did. Quinyon Mitchell has been unbelievable. Cooper DeJean, 9 tackles. He's on pace to have 130 tackles for a cornerback. Anybody know? This guy is they're putting him all over the field. Putting him everywhere. Man. Anywhere he can touch the ball, he's guarding the QB2. They weren't throwing to the receivers. Anybody recognize they weren't throwing to Ikabuka like that. When Quinyon and Cooper, when Keeley was around, they was not throwing their way at all. He had 3 targets. Keeley had 3 targets. They got one reception and 8 yards on him. It was a couple of tackles he was missing. A couple of tackles he missed, but really Ringo is physical. He also has some good tackles. So that was great to see. Out of anytime Adoree hit out there after Jacorian Bennett had a bad showing when he came in for Jackson against Puka, that is great to see. It's the best second cornerback performance we've seen since over Quinyon and Cooper playing. Vic Fangio said before we go. Vic Fangio said he said in the press conference before the game, he said he told Keeley that his time will come. And he said he think this will be his time right now before the game. They had been believing in Ringo. Ringo's just a young guy. They're going to go. We're good at QB2. We're good at depth. When they come back at Jackson and Bennett, they're going to learn that Fangio's a good defensive guy. They're going to get better. They're just starting.
Yep. And for me, the game balls or the players of the game, I'll give it to you, Quinyon, Jahan Campbell, and Coop. For me, and on offense, I'll say Jalen, Saquon for the touchdown, and Dallas Carter.
I dig that. Yeah, Saquon had the touchdown. Oh, man, did you see the fake tush push? Twice.
Yep.
See, this is what we got to think about Patullo. Patullo's new. He's going to have kinks he's trying to work out. Obviously, starting the season, everybody can see it. He just has some kinks, new stuff in it that's not working right now. He's learning that. He's learning to go to certain stuff. He's learning to make certain moves, and he's learning on the go. And as he's learning, he's also has some stuff we got to look at. Like, you look at this fake tush push. That was genius. I think they all went to the table on that. That was genius to throw the Dallas Goedert. He faked me out. Like the first one. Then he did the Saquon, did the one to Dallas. That was just good. I just think it's a lot we haven't seen out this offense. He's just learning the players. His first time being a sole offensive coordinator. Brian Johnson was a quarterback coach. And he came, and not everybody can do that. Andy Reid did it when he was a Green Bay quarterback coach before he came to Philly. It's hard to come from a position. Frank Reich was a quarterback. Kellen Moore was a quarterback. These are all guys that have also danced with offensive coordinator. Patullo will be okay. Let the experience do it.
Yep. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What were you saying, Leader?
I said Patullo will be okay. Just let the experience do it. Let them keep playing games. As we go, we'll see more and better and better.
Yep.
I'm totally confident in these guys.
Exactly. So before we go to the let's see. Oh, you said so we talked about the Broncos. We talked about Kevin Patullo. We talked about who stand out. All right, let's go ahead and let's go to the Broncos game then, since we covered everything from this game. Broncos week. Talk to me. What's your thoughts on the game? Break it down for us. What's the game plan?
Hurts versus Knicks. We got another, young guy who I done heard some people say Philly could get upset. Of course, they want to lose their first game. Denver is a good defensive team. RJ Harvey can run. Mims is a tall receiver, but have you heard anybody I've said, except Patrick Surtain, that like are you shaking up about? I mean, Devontae Smith owns Patrick Surtain in college. Yeah. He owns him. And then you're looking at what do you think? AJ Brown's going. AJ Brown is hungry. I really wouldn't want to be in his way when he's challenged, man. When he's challenged, he just came from a game where he had a big game. Then now, when he speaks up, what people need to realize, when you look at your playbook, teams, fans, when you look at this, any opposing fans, when the Eagles are pushed, they operate. I mean, it's like a bet. Just look at the games. Just look at the games. Before this game, they were talking about AJ and he answered. Now, it got a little comfortable. That's Patullo. He's not aggressive. You can tell he's not an aggressive coach. He has to get to he's not Nick Sirianni. He's just trying to try what works right now and then goes to where he's going to go. That's just clearly what he's doing. So I just don't really look for Jalen Carter. There's guys that haven't even broke out yet. Y'all know this there. Jomo's having a good year. Davis having a good year. But Jalen Carter ain't broke out on y'all yet. You ain't even seen Ty Robinson like that yet. Zadarius Smith is still here. The man had 9 sacks last year with playing for 2 different teams. This man, Jalen Hunt has not broke out yet. I mean, like Jacoby Dean is coming back. He's been able to. They've told him to return to practice, so he's coming back soon. I mean, this team, like guys are just still playing, getting their feet wet. They're still getting their feet wet. So any day, any game, this could be a breakout. This is the season where I'm not going to tell you. It could be any game. The Eagles are not in trouble right now. The 4-0. They're coming off being Super Bowl champions. Their mentality is forget the ring last year. They're like, we're going this year. This team is focused. They dealt with controversy from the first game and dealt with it. They dealt with it. Like this team is built to win. So it's the thing is like who, I mean, Jahan Dotson ain't broke out. Even Smith ain't. Like this team is still 4-0. So I wouldn't even be comfortable if I was Denver. I mean, a rookie quarterback, usually a young quarterback has a rough time. Daniels even had a rough time. Besides the first game, we got to the NFC Championship. Bo Nix is going against the Eagles. Bo Nix is his second year. There's a bunch of hungry dogs on their defense. I just don't see. Once again, I'm doing this. I'm gonna try to call it fair, but I'm talking about the playmakers. Who is going to go against Quinyon Mitchell right now? What receiver is going to go against Quinyon Mitchell or Cooper DeJean right now?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't really. I'm trying to be as fair as I can. RJ Harvey's a good running back. He's fast, but
I think Mims. I know they got a receiver named Mims.
Marvin Mims. Yeah, he's a tall, 6'3" guy, talented player, man. And we're getting that's good. He's a talented player, but against Quinyon Mitchell, who went against Devontae Adams, nobody did nothing in Tampa Bay. CeeDee Lamb was trying. He had a pretty, solid game, but scared to catch the ball. Kansas City, nobody did nothing. We talk. We're talking about elite receivers that can't even do anything against these guys. So I'm just trying to be a little bit, and then we're talking about running the ball against Philly. This defense is just kicking up. You still got Jordan Davis, still got Jalen Carter. Nobody's hurt. Zach Bond and Jahai Campbell playing good. Is he the guy that's going to scare me? Bucky Irvin had he really looked good out there. He did his thing, but is that going to make them worse coming into the next game, or is that going to be more motivated to stop RJ Harvey after the 94 yards that Bucky Irvin had? Do you think this defense is a defense? This team, I'm really trying to be as this team. This is a setup for, okay, we look at the Rams. The Rams is one of those teams you can look at to be contenders, right? Then you look at Kansas City, okay, contenders, right?
Bucks.
But okay, then the Bucks, and this is a team that beat us twice.
The Cowboys, and of course the little boys.
Yeah, so it's like we got 3 playoff teams out of the 4, okay? Then we got a rivalry. So you mean to tell me Denver? I'm just trying to be real fair. Denver, I think Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, just the AJ Brown game. Denver has a good defense. Are we saying that Saquon Barkley, they're trying to go in there right now and figure out ways to get Saquon Barkley open. Now, y'all think he's going to have that type of game all year? Does people not know that we're waiting for the breakout and they're 4-0 and we're waiting for the breakout to where it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And this team is a contestant on The Price is Right. They're a contestant. Like, what can they do? Out of all, you got the Rams. We beat the Rams, right? We beat the Rams. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we were shutting them down in the second half. So what makes this team a team we can't do that against? Because the Buccaneers have a good defense too. So what I'm just saying, I'm trying to be I think this is a Jalen Hurts game and AJ Brown game. They're going to, I think Devontae Smith always has fun against Denver. Mm-hmm. And this is definitely could be offense. On defense, Jalen Carter game. This one guy I'm just saying. I'm not saying nobody else. I just think I'm waiting for Jalen Carter to come through. I mean, people have been double teaming him. If you look at the plays, I mean, there's no question his impact is there, but him breaking through hasn't happened yet.
Yep. I believe this has got to be a Jalen and AJ. The return of the Jalen and AJ show. That's why I call it the Jalen and AJ show. Yeah. I believe that this is the game that'll get off because Patrick Surtain got to cover somebody. It's either AJ or Smitty.
One or the other.
It's one of them. Now, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I trust, if you got to get it right because, of course, we can get it right versus the Giants. Of course, we can kind of get it right versus Minnesota, but we got to get it right versus the Broncos. So I have faith that we can get this right sooner or later. Because we figured it out versus the Browns last year, week 5, something like that. So yeah, and also on defense, gotta get after Bo Nix, man. Sacks, fumbles, and interceptions. You gotta get the Bo Nix.
Yeah, you only go to
Because
see. Yeah.
if there's one thing we know about him, he will throw it to his playmakers as quick as possible. Sean Payton will make sure, you ain't going to be throwing no picks, son. So we got to get after him fast and often. So, yeah. So,
Yo, what's up, David? What's going on, my man? One thing I want to ask you, Cool Cat. Now, you know, do you feel like in the locker room, you look at all this stuff, right? Do you feel like is there turmoil in the locker room? Do you think this will affect the Eagles? Do you think that'll happen?
No, because we went through this last year and the year after that. Remember, I'm gonna bring out some history. 2023. Remember, and I was there at that game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Y'all saw the clip of AJ and Jalen talking to each other on the sideline?
Right.
Did that break us?
Right.
Did that break us?
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, I'm gonna ask the question. Did that break us?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. 2024, when it was the Saquon Barkley show, and AJ Brown came out and said after the Carolina Panthers game, pass it. And then Brandon Graham said what he said. And then versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, we gave AJ Brown the ball. We passed like Jalen Hurts was like 300-something yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, what y'all wanted to say?
They hit the kid. Yeah, they hit the kid in play. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. And then AJ Brown with that chain. And then AJ and then Jalen with that big old chain on his neck, 3-1. Is that what y'all wanted? So that's what y'all wanted to see. So
that was the Pittsburgh game.
So what I'm trying to say is it happened in 2023 when we barely gave AJ Brown the ball. It happened in 2024 when he said passing and versus Steelers, bombs ain't gonna hurt nobody. Is that what you wanted to see?
Yeah.
I'm positive that Kevin Patullo, like the Philadelphia Eagles, will get this right.
Right.
Because think about it. Think about this, and I'm gonna be exactly. So the fact is, I believe this team will get this right because I want everybody to understand. You are in the NFC, the only undefeated team in the National Football Conference.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other team that's 4-0 in the NFC other than you. The only team I can say that is in the NFL is the Bills.
Yeah.
That's it. You are the only. In order for you to get the number 1 seed, the first round bye, and home field advantage at the link, despite what Kevin Patullo and this office is doing, you got to keep winning. That's the only way you get that number 1 seed.
Simple. Yeah.
You got to keep winning. Now, luckily for you, let me tell y'all what your schedule is. Because remember, in the offseason, when we got the schedule, everybody and their mama said that the first 4 games was a tough toe to hoe. Even the NFL Network crew said we was going to lose. Let me show y'all a screenshot of exactly what they said. I'm going to show y'all real quick. Bam. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to let it phase out real quick. Hold on. Let it phase out. Bam. This is what they said was going to happen the first 4 games. That's right
here. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you won all 3 of those games.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now, if you got the Broncos next. Then you got the Giants on Thursday Night Football. Mm-hmm. Then you got the Minnesota Vikings without J.J. McCarthy, with Carson Wentz. Then you got the Giants again going into your bye week. And then you got the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football. Then on Sunday Night Football on NBC, you got the Detroit Lions. Then you got the Cowboys. Then you got Friday night, Black Friday versus the Bears. Then you got the Chargers on Monday night. Then you got the Raiders. Then you got Commanders, Buffalo, Commanders.
That's crazy. You know what? Another thing I wanted to go on. made a real interesting point. Philadelphia, the drama we always capitalize, right? We use it for us against us. Like it never spreads in the locker room. Even the only time we have problem with somebody is when they leave. They don't want to leave. They don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Philly is real good at doing that. They're real good at doing it. It was the earlier points he was making about the schedule.
Right.
Those 3 games they won, right? Looking at
Yep.
these games, like it's like before the season started, people didn't think we were still Super Bowl champions. Like I forgot that guy's name. He's a former NFL player, standing right there next to the schedule that made. I remember that. Now I just started turning off the TV on some of these predictions. It was like it was crazy. So that is different. It's just really different. Then you're looking at the games they got. Philadelphia plays. It's crazy. They schedule, right? It's crazy because not only did we play Dallas the opening game, right? We played the rematch in the Super Bowl.
As you can see, leader, before you continue on, let me tell you what they had us going versus in the schedule prediction. So they had us beating the Cowboys. We already knew that. But then they had us going on a 3-game losing streak versus the Chiefs, the Rams, and the Bucks. Then they got us going on a winning streak, a 5-game winning streak versus the Broncos, the Giants twice, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Green Bay Packers before going up against Detroit where we would lose. Then we would go on another winning streak versus the Cowboys, the Bears, and then the Chargers we would lose, the Raiders we would win, 2-game winning streak against the Commanders and Bills before losing to the Commanders again. So they had us 11-6.
That's crazy. Defending Super Bowl champions. We lost just Josh Sweat, Milt Williams, and Slay, and we're supposed to be that bad. Well, it's a real funny season. I'm saying that because you got Dallas as the season opener, right? Then we got the rematch for the Super Bowl. But then we go against Chip Kelly and Carson Wentz in the same season. Who would have ever thought that one? Who would have ever thought that? Where's Minnesota going to be at? In Philly?
No, Minnesota.
Minnesota. Oh, he had 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions of the game, man. I mean, we ain't gonna have no ill intent now. Philly, half of Philly might be ignorant. You know how Philly is, man. Philly just might bring up old wounds. It ain't nothing against Carson Wentz no more. I mean, he's not here no more. He's been 2 or 3 different teams. I mean, but we're going against him, and man, how will Philly cheer when he gets sacked? Every time he gets sacked, they just gonna have a thing against old Carson, man. But Oakland's the other game besides the Buccaneers. I've been waiting on. I've been waiting on Oakland. I've been waiting on that one, and they said 3-game losing streak. I'm looking at 3-game losing streak. Then we go on a 4-game, a 5-game winning streak. We go on a 5-game winning streak right there. Then we go on 11-6.
11-6.
So we go back to 2023. Is that what they're saying? That's what we was in 2023. Oh my God! Look at the crazy luck. We lose against all the competitive teams. Look at that, Buffalo. Okay, I'm sorry. We
beat Buffalo.
We beat Buffalo.
These are the teams they got us losing to.
We lose to Detroit.
They had us losing to the Chiefs. Hold on, leader. They had us losing to the Chiefs, the Rams, and the Bucks. They had us losing to Detroit. They had us losing to the Chargers, and they had us losing to the final game versus the Commanders.
The Chargers, Detroit. I guess we ain't better than Detroit. I'm just looking. Jesus, lost all the competitive. There's 3. We got the most 10 playoff teams. So we got the most playoff teams in any Super Bowl champion schedule. Like nobody's ever had this type of schedule. So, are you crazy? They say Washington. I guess they bet on Jaden Daniels. That's crazy. Hey, it is what it is. But 11-6. You can't even go. They can't even go to 4 losses. They can't even go 4. I would respect the 4. I would respect 13. I would respect 13-4. But you saying that we're gonna lose to what? Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. I remember that guy right there in the suit, not the one with all the hair, but I forgot his name. He's the guy. I remember seeing this and turning it off, just looking at it like
They're not giving us a chance. The first, look at that. Kansas City, LA, and we dog all three of those teams. We toughened it out against all those teams. We talking about Jalen Hurts played better than every single quarterback. I mean, I know Baker Mayfield had 289 yards, but Baker Mayfield realistically got his yards off Bucky Irvin running long and Igubuka running long. Other than that, the defense clapped him out. So Jalen Hurts outplayed even Dak Prescott. He played every quarterback he's played against. And we talk about the second half all you want, this and that. But without those two long plays, what are we talking about with Baker Mayfield? So you say what you want. I mean, say what you want. But no, that's crazy. I'm still saying 15-2. Everybody know we did the schedule back in the Broad Street Bitch Steak Leader Edition episode, and I picked them to lose to Green Bay. That's before they got Micah Parsons. And Washington.
Which game versus Washington? I forgot which game versus Washington.
The first game.
All right. So you got us beating everybody except what? All right, I got you.
Green Bay and Washington. Green Bay and Washington.
Yeah, If for me, I think I don't know what my record was. I think I said 14-3. I think I said Bucks. I know I said Dallas and Dallas, and I know I said I think I said Washington in their house. I think I said 14-3.
What you think the score of this game? Denver and Philly. Where you think they go now? Where you think they elevate? Where you think the offense breaks out? How you feel this score?
I feel like if this whole AJ Brown ish isn't a wake up call for this offense, I don't know what is. I think it's going to be. I've been saying this for almost all the games, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say 30-20. I'm gonna say 30 to 30. Okay, I'll say 20. I'll switch it up on the show. I'll say it's gonna be a close one because with us it's always close. So I'll say 28-20.
I'm sticking. I dig it, but I'm sticking with my guns. It's just going to break out soon. It just hasn't did it yet. They almost did it against Tampa Bay. It's 26-7. I think they try to go for a 30. If they don't get 30, they're going to go for a 30 burger. They got 33 last game just to come back and win.
All right, I'll switch it to 30-20 then. I'll switch it to 30-20.
I'm going to say 37. I just don't see nobody on the offense that's going to be able to deal. Who's going to – and this defense is getting better and better each game. Guys are not going to decline or they're not descending. They're ascending. So I'm feeling like 37. Jake Elliott's hitting everything. So, I mean, if they got to hit field goals, they're going to hit those. So I think 37. I'm always going to go because they have the weapons to do it. They have Barkley. They have Smith. They have Dotson. They have Brown. They have Goddard. People are healthy. They're not hurt. So I'm always aiming for the big ticket until it 37. 17. I'm gonna keep it there. It might if it ends up being a close game, just ends up being a close. But looking at these teams once again, Rams had the squad. I just have confidence in the Eagles to blow people out. But Denver doesn't have a squad that the Rams have. Don't have a squad that Kansas City or a coaching staff that Kansas City has. They have a better team than Dallas. Okay, they have a better team than Dallas. There's no question about that. Looking at the Buccaneers are to be feared. They didn't have Mike Evans. It is what it is. Ain't like Quinyon ain't shut them down last year. So if everybody talking, they didn't have Mike Evans. Ask Mike Evans about Quinyon Mitchell when he talked about him last year. Like, who are you? He said, "Who are you?" He know now. All right. I just don't. This is where I go with that. I don't think 37-17. This team is just too elite, and so I'm always gonna put the expectations because they have it. They're like they don't have the weapons and the defense to do this. They shut people down in second halves where they don't score no points or 7 or 3. So this defense has the ability to shut you down, for you to have 17 points the whole game. And they have the ability to score 37. They just scored 33 off anything. They're like, hey, 33, here you go. I mean, the Rams game, the Rams game, them coming back, the way the offense was in the second half, it just lets you know who Philly really is. They just got to all click together. It's going to happen.
Damn right. And with that, y'all, Shout out to Lynn. Shout out to everybody, man. That's another edition of Blitz Take. Oh, before we go, next week's episode, we're going to talk about. Wait, what are we doing next week's episode? Because next week's episode is game day.
Game day. Listen, that is So next week's episode is a Thursday. Thursday night football.
Yep.
And they're playing against New York, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, you know, we gonna be off. We gonna be off, man. Game days be off, man. Unless you want to listen, it's all on you. I'm gonna let you make the call. Offense.
All right. Actually, we'll do a kickoff. We'll do a kickoff around. We'll do a kickoff at 12 or 1 o'clock, like we always do, because I gotta be at work afterwards. So we'll do a kickoff, and we'll preview this game. What's the game plan? We'll talk about everything else. We'll just make it a kickoff.
Let's do it. No doubt, man. We'll be back. We'll talk about the game against New York, where I think Saquon is just going to always, I just think that's the game where you might get 200. And then we also will talk about any news coming up that pops up, like the A.J. Brown did recently. Anything that pops up, we'll let y'all know about the latest news on Broad Street Blitz Tape. Until then, man, love y'all, man. See y'all.
See y'all next week, man. For Bleeder and your boy, we have this mug.